Hello and welcome back to the Stay Sure Wellbeing YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Dawn Harper. It's January and I'm talking diets. This is a time of year when so many of us start to try to make healthy changes to our lives. We make New Year's resolutions and unfortunately all too often they fall by the wayside. More than ever, our health has become very precious to us. The things that really matter are their health and their loved ones. So maybe this year is the time to make some real changes. But when it comes to diets, I think it's really important to be realistic. So many of us set ourselves unrealistic targets, which mean that we are setting ourselves up to fail. And human nature is such that if you have a bad day and you perhaps reach for the biscuit tin and mainline something that you shouldn't, that perhaps you then feel that you've given up, you've failed, it's hopeless, and you go straight back to square one and undo all that hard work that you've put in over the preceding weeks. I think the thing to remember is that we are all human. We all have those days. And the important thing is to accept those days and then pick yourself up, brush yourself off and get going and start it again. So whatever you're going to try to do in terms of diet, just think about things and plan ahead a little bit. You need to plan ahead in terms of your shopping, but also your lifestyle and what is achievable for you. We know that whatever you are trying to do, if you can fit it into your normal life, you are much more likely to succeed. And by the same token, if you do something with support, then you are much more likely to succeed. And this year I've been working with the Better Health campaign, which is a campaign launched by NHS in collaboration with Public Health England, and it's actually a whole umbrella of health choices. So on the nhs.uk/Better Health website, there are a whole host of resources and apps and tools to help you with whether it may be losing weight. So there's a 12-week weight loss plan. There is a health eating on a budget plan if things are a little tight after the financial constraints of 2020 and the various restrictions and lockdowns. And there are all the other health apps available to you too, so well worth taking a little look, because we know that if you have support, you're much more likely to succeed. There are a myriad of highly restrictive diets out there, which most of us could adhere to for a week or a month, but in all reality, they are A, not particularly healthy, usually, long term, and B, they're not sustainable. So it may be dull, but the really simple way and effective way of losing weight and keeping it off is to aim for a weight loss of around 1 to 2 pounds a week by just restricting your calorific intake and increasing your exercise. If you do both, you're much more likely to succeed. Of course, you burn calories whilst you're exercising, but actually if you exercise regularly, that boosts your basal metabolic rate, and that means that just sitting here now, if I'm exercising regularly, I will burn more calories than if I sit here as a non-exerciser. So it's a double whammy, really. Try to do things that you know, as I say, will incorporate into your life and that are achievable. It's also important when you're dieting to maintain a healthy diet. I'm not a fan of these highly restrictive diets that take out whole food groups. I do appreciate that some people have intolerances and need to do that, but if anyone is considering cutting out a whole food group, I would always recommend that you do that with the help of a dietitian so that they can replace any nutrients that you might be missing by cutting out a whole food group. Ideally, you need to maintain that high fibre fruit and vegetable diet, so at least 5 portions of fruit and veg a day. And I talk about eating a rainbow. There's increasing evidence that if you eat a different range of colours, so green veg, yellow veg, red veg, purple veg, whatever you can think, just eat that whole rainbow. That is really good for your gut bacteria. We all have 2 kilos of bacteria in our gut that help us to digest our food. And there is increasing research going on to show that actually a healthy gut flora, microbiome, those bugs in our gut, a healthy microbiome could actually help us to maintain a healthy weight. So do try to remember to eat that rainbow of foods. I hope that's helped you. Please do take a little look at that Better Health website. It's got lots of tips to help you, recipes and so on. And just remember, you will have bad days. Don't let that be the trigger to the end of all your good work. Just pick yourself up dust yourself off and keep going. I know a lot of my patients who've been overweight, sometimes for many years, and of course we know that being overweight increases your risk of things like heart disease and type 2 diabetes and strokes, even some cancers. But I think for a lot of people sometimes that is something that's in the future, that maybe you'll deal with that another time. So until next time, I hope you all stay well and stay safe. As always, please do tell me if there's anything you'd like me to discuss on this channel. You can either message me here or you can email me anonymously on the website. But as I say, until next time, stay safe and stay well.